we'll go to the show for you.
Please rise. We have come here today to celebrate the marriage of Brian and Sierra. But before we begin the proceedings, let's take a moment to remember those who are not here physically, but are with us in spirit. May they smile upon us as we remember the contributions that they have made to our lives. Robert Fulghum once wrote, "We're all a little weird. And life is a little weird. And when we find someone whose weirdness is compatible with ours, we join up with them and fall into mutually satisfying weirdness and call it love, true love." Brian and Sierra have come a long way together, have come a long way to where they are. And they have chosen to be together and to care for each other each step of the way. The mutual weirdness they call love began when they met. It continued through all the challenges and adventures they faced, staying by each other's side through it all. Now they are here, sharing with all of us that significant day when they officially become a married couple. To find inspiration in life, love, and happiness, all we have to do is look around us. This is a wonderful place to look around. For many thousands of years, we humans have looked up at the stars, at the natural world we live in, and down into its tiniest particles. The American astrophysicist Neil deGrasse Tyson recently said, "The problem, often not discovered until later in life, is that when you look for things like love, meaning, motivation, it implies that they're sitting behind a tree or under a rock. The most successful people recognize that in life, they create their own love. They manufacture their own meaning, and they generate their own motivation." These two wonderful people have created the love between them. Love may begin as a feeling and an emotional experience, but a lasting love comes from a decision that people make to be committed to one another. Real love is a choice of nurture, share, and the act of loving, caring ways towards each other. Once again, to use the words of Neil deGrasse Tyson, these two have manufactured new meaning and generated new motivation in their lives together. The astronomer Carl Sagan famously said, As long as there have been humans, we have searched for our place in the cosmos. Where are we? Who are we? We find that we live on an insignificant planet of a humdrum star lost in a galaxy tucked away in some forgotten corner of the universe in which there are far more galaxies than there are people. We make our world significant by the courage of our questions and by the depth of our answers. All of the rocks we stand on, the iron in our blood, the calcium in our teeth, the carbon in our genes were produced billions of years ago in the interior of a red giant star. We are made of star stuff. For small creatures such as we, the vastness is bearable only through love. When we look out at the stars and the amazing intricacies of nature, when we wonder what it all means and why we matter, somehow the simple act of loving transcends all of it and gives us a place of being and a reason for being. Now, I'm going to ask each of you to affirm your decision to join your lives together as a married couple. Sierra, do you take Brian to be your husband?
I do.
Do you promise to remain loyal to him with every atom of your being?
Yes, I do.
To live and laugh together as you make sense of the world, caring for him through all the life's sorrows and happiness and everything in between from this day forward.
I absolutely do.
Brian, do you take Sierra to be your wife? Do you promise to remain loyal to him with every, or to her, with every atom of your being, to live and laugh together as you make sense of the world, caring for him and her through all the life's sorrows and happiness and everything in between from this day forward?
I do.
Before we begin, I would like for you to look at one another and remember this moment in time. Before this moment, you have been many things to one another: acquaintances, co-conspirators, friends, companions, lovers, and fellow stargazers. As you look at one another, remember that you are here today together, not because of any civil law, but out of a desire to love and be loved by another person absolutely without limitations. Now you should exchange vows and take this, that will take you across the threshold of life. And things will never quite be the same. For after these vows you shall say to the world, "This is my husband, this is my wife." Sierra, your vows?
You and I have traveled through time together. 4 years ago, we met and fell in love. 3 years ago, we decided to buy a house and start to build our lives together. 2 years ago, we were standing on a beach in Hawaii and you asked me to be your wife. With every milestone, my thought every single time has been, this is the best day of my life. And now we can add another milestone and I can add another, this is the best day of my life. But today is going to be a little bit different. Today is the day that all of those best days have led up to. Today is the day that we reaffirm all of the verbal commitments and promises that we have made, but we're going to do it in front of our friends and family. We get to embark on a new journey, and we get to explore a new frontier. Brian, I'm so incredibly lucky that out of all of the potential planes of existence in over 100 billion galaxies, I get to spend a very brief moment in time with you. You are the most brilliant person I have ever met. I love that you are talented, strong, determined, and hilarious. I love that you can always make me laugh, and I am amazed that two people can share as many inside jokes as we do. I love that you are there for me when I need comfort and encouragement. I love that you inspire me every day to reach my goals. If I had a star for every time you brightened up my life, I could build a galaxy. Most importantly, I love the way that we love each other so much. Today I promise you that as long as we're together on this planet, you will know how much I care for you every single day. I vow to stand by your side when times are tough and to celebrate our victories. I promise that we will continue to have many grand adventures and that we will go to as many musicals as you want. I will always be the president of your fan club and your loudest cheerleader. Your insight and opinions will always be valuable to me. I promise you to encourage you to continue to reach your goals. Making time for you and for us will always be a priority for me. I will always fight through thick and thin, easy and challenging. I vow to see you through it all, and I will continue to be your best friend and your partner in life. I promise to sing you Soft Kitty, but only when you're sick. I promise that I will only go to Hogwarts if an owl delivers your acceptance letter too. And I promise that I will never turn to the dark side of the Force. You make me the best version of myself. You make me whole. I love you. Through the stars, across the universe and back, I love you. May the Force be with us always.
So great.
And Brian?
Okay. From 1 Corinthians 13. Love is patient. Love is kind. Just kidding. Never mind. Okay. I was specifically told by you and your family to not say anything about you being easy. So I won't. Since we got together, not including concerts, we have seen 75 musicals or plays together. And because that is such an important thing to us, I want to start with a few quotes from some of those great shows that are relevant to us. I am crazier than you.
No, I'm crazier than you.
Addams Family. I don't care if there's 100 million people. I just want to be with one. Ordinary Days. This one's for our good friend, Kevin Dinos. Don't let the neighbors stop you from having fun. There'll be peace and quiet when you're good and done. Be as loud as you want when you're making love. Avenue Q. I've heard it said that people come into our lives for a reason. Bringing something we must learn. And we are led to those who help us most grow, if we let them, and we help them in return. Well, I don't know if I believe that's true, but I know I am who I am today because I knew you. Wicked. Now, I could probably quote all 75, but let's not.
500 words.
I love how neither of us were looking, but found each other anyway. I love how driven and smart you are. I am proud of you every day and love bragging on you to anyone that I can. I love how we experience life together. I love how we are always a package deal. I love how you watched Dawson's Creek before the wedding, even though you didn't want to. Also, I apologize for that. I love how you always think about me and my quirks and put my needs before yours. And I hope to do the same for you. I can't wait to enjoy Schadenfreude together, forever. I can't wait to explore the world with you. I can't wait to see all the shows ever with you. I can't wait to go through the good times and the bad with you. I can't wait to live the rest of my life with you by my side. And my vows. First and foremost, I promise that you will always come before Haver.
Thank you.
I promise one decent fight per year that turns into a forever inside joke about how silly it is to fight. Pans, projectors, table turnover. I promise to take you to a Disney theme park or experience as often as humanly possible, pending a proper asset column. I promise to keep a full supply of in-ear headphones nearby at all times. I promise that through sickness and in health, rich or poor, we are in this together forever. I promise to love you and support you in anything you want to do in this life. I promise to make the most of this brief moment in time in which, by chance, we are able to exist together. From William Blake, to see a world in a grain of sand and heaven in a wildflower, hold infinity in the palm of your hand and eternity in an hour. Even though our conscious existence is so brief, I promise to enjoy every hour as if it is its own eternity with you. One last promise, a line borrowed from Luke Danes. Before this thing goes on, you gotta realize the only way out is in a body bag.
And now we don't have to write our vows.
At this time, as a symbol of your love for one another, I'd like for you to exchange rings. Very tough act to follow. Love gives us purpose and brings meaning to our lives. Brian and Sierra, as you embark on life's great journey of marriage together, may you always be able to make each other laugh and to always find the humor and fun in life. May you find happiness, and may you find it making one another happy. May you have love, and may you find it loving one another. And may the force be with you always. Brian and Sierra, I am honored now to pronounce you married, husband and wife. Congratulations. You may kiss the bride. Family, friends, Mr. and Mrs. Brian Landers.
Never gonna tell a lie and hurt you.